So, quick spoiler alert for the video. We're just gonna not refrain from spoilers because this is a shitty movie, so don't watch it.
Did I leave the stove on?
Let's go! Blade Trinity
is awful.
It's awful. It's very fucking bad. If we had a list of the order movies, like everyone we've seen so far, Trinity is under Superman 3. But I don't think it's under Superman 4. I think it's above Superman 4. I guess we'll get the positives out of the way first.
My favorite scene in this whole movie was when they found the little human blood form. Well, not the entire scene, but
yeah,
when they opened the warehouse.
Well, okay, so the blood farm scene, as cool as that is, it's like a cool image. What is the point of that scene besides getting Blade and Abigail out of the hideout?
That's exactly...
Like, because they just
walk... the only point.
All they do is kill the vampire chick, kill the FBI dude, and then they just tell the girl, hey, turn it off. And she's like, okay, and she turns it off, and then they just leave, and it's never brought back up. The whole point of that was just so they weren't in the hideout when Drake attacked.
After that scene, I was like, could the girl just reboot the system?
Yeah, she could. Like, what were they gonna do? Come back and tell her to do it again?
Yeah.
She didn't tell them the code. But my two favorite lines in the movie, he's like, fucking shut this shit down or whatever. He's like,
can't tell you, they'll kill me. Kill you, motherfucker, I'll kill you. I'll just enjoy it better.
This shit was fucking funny. Blade's pretty likable in the other two movies.
Yeah.
This one...
He's a dick.
He's a fucking dick. Like, he's like fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. He's that level of ambivalence.
Yeah, because...
He's just like, I don't care. I'm the ultimate life form.
Deadpool and Mrs. Timberlake find him.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, oh, you motherfuckers are amateurs. How y'all gonna do this? I was like, what?
Like,
is wrong with
and fucking Green Lantern brings up a good point where it's like, we just kind of saved your ass over there. You're giving them a lot of shit for getting you out of a situation where you would have died.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of them breaking him out, was that like not the easiest police escape? One, they were like, oh shit, how are we gonna get out of here? Let's use the front door. And what a shock, there's like 6 or 7 cop cars out there. And their friend just drives up, they get in the car, and none of the cops chase them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna jump into the negatives. Okay, so the first Blade movie is like 2 hours and like 5 minutes, but a little over 2 hours. And it moves pretty well. The second movie is a little shorter, but it's just dumb action with like plot mixed every now and then. Fine. This movie is boring as shit.
Yeah.
It is so I checked the time 5 times, and all within like the first hour. And I was like, oh my god, am I really only 30 minutes into this fucking movie? Like, when you guys to the interrogation part, I was like, oh, we're only 30 fucking minutes in. You don't care about the plot because it doesn't meld together very much. No one is logical at all in this movie. And to add to that, at least in Blade 1 and Blade 2, the action's fun. It's ridiculous, but I'm not bored when watching it.
Yeah.
Clearly, either David Goyer, which I don't put it past him for shit, I guess he doesn't know how to make action look cool. Because the 3 moves, I'm pretty sure David Goyer is like, this is what you put in an action scene. Slaps, sweep kicks, and arm drags.
I think there was a much better movie within this movie. Having Blade running from the FBI and, the master vampire or whatever. Right. That's actually pretty interesting because, like, man, now like humans are trying to kill you, And
I don't mind the idea of that.
Yeah.
Because at first, like, Blade's one advantage was daytime. That was his one, but now he can't go out during the day because everyone's out during the day and everyone knows what he looks like. And that's fine, but how they get there is fucking stupid. They make Blade a dumbass.
Then there's no payoff to it at all.
No, because then he's just amongst the people again
Yeah.
at the end of the movie. It's so dumb. Because in the first two movies, he went to, like, clubs or, like, hideouts where the vampires were and just killed them. He didn't go to the streets and blow up cars and run people over and shoot people in a crowded area. He himself is like, oh, I killed this human by accident. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure in the first movie, he could smell the difference between a human and a vampire, especially the dude who was covered in blood in the fucking nightclub at the beginning of the first movie. He could tell he wasn't a vampire, but now he can't tell this guy is.
Yeah, I mean, him saying, you know, in the warehouse with Whistler, he's like,
As far as the rest of the world's concerned, you're public enemy number one.
Didn't know this was a popularity contest.
Why do you not care? Again,
You
Shadow
saved-
the Hedgehog over
he
here.
saved a little girl, and, you know, the main girl in Blade 1.
Well, his whole purpose is to kill vampires and save
Like,
humanity.
yeah, you know his character doesn't hate humans.
Yeah, like that's the whole reason he kills vampires,
Mm-hmm.
so humans can live.
Yeah.
You being found out and being threatened by humans is very crucial to your to your cause. Why do you not care? Thank God they brought Whistler back in 2, just so he can die in the first 20 minutes of 3.
Yeah. I know.
The same
it's
exact-
so obvious, too. He's like,
I've been doing this since before you were born, Blade. You're like a son to me. I'm sorry I got old on you. I see you alone, surrounded by enemies. And it breaks my heart.
I'm like, wow, you're dead. You are so dead.
Like, these are all watered down stereotypes of, like, actual characters. Blade is, like, just a dumbed down version of what he was in the other movies. Super just, like, cool guy who doesn't give a fuck. But, like, now he has no motivation. He just doesn't give a fuck. Ryan Reynolds is just the comic relief asshole. Oh, and Jessica Biel, let's get to her real quick.
Oh. That's wasted potential right there.
She has cool weapons. I'll give her that. The idea of her weapons are kind of cool. Like, UV arrows. Again, it's like the UV bomb in 2. Is it dumb? Yeah. Is it kind of cool? A little bit. This is her character. I will tell you her character. Whistler's daughter, iPod.
Yeah.
That is her entire character. Oh, why, like, he called you Whistler. Whistler's family died. And she was like,
They did. I was born later out of wedlock. When I came of age, I tracked my dad down and I told him I wanted in. Been doing it ever since.
and I audibly went, oh, okay. Like, of course, Whistler never mentioned that. And apparently he trained her and Blade at the same time, and Blade never knew about her.
I really felt the slight emotion of when, you know, she was holding the blind chick, and so she's like bawling, and then he's like, use it. I was like, okay, so we have Whistler being the new chick. She's gonna, like, go off and she's gonna kill Drake.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it's Blade.
Yep. I mean, cool.
Like, again, this is like you said, this movie's like a lot of ideas with no payoff.
Yeah. Because I was like, man, now Blade can teach.
He's the new Whistler,
Yeah.
ironically. Him and Whistler switch places.
Yeah.
Drake is Dracula, like I said. Dracula.
Yes.
So, his introduction to the movie is like Triple H and the Funky Bunch of vampires head to like Egypt or sand, and they go like to like this pyramid,
Yeah.
and one of them flips off the sun.
That was Triple H.
I believe it. They introduce him coming into like the real world, like the human world. He's like walking in slow-mo, but everyone is fast forward. And then they do like this weird Dutch angle with a really shitty green screen sunset. It looks like he's supposed to be in a music video that got spliced in there for like the DVD extras. They flipped the generic Blade plot in this. Instead of it being, let's get Blade's blood, says the bad guys, now they're saying, we need Dracula's blood, says the good guys.
So we get to the hideout.
Right.
Whistler's back, sort of. What was the point of him
Disguising
being
himself.
Whistler? Because he can clearly go undetected. Mm-hmm. So what was the point of him being Whistler?
Well, see, him being Whistler would have been a good disguise. But he didn't need it. Because they had a fucking blind person on security.
Patton Oswalt and Black Guy.
We're playing basketball.
Yeah, killed. Then blind chick is like, oh man.
There's someone here.
Yeah, like, well, we find that Dracula loves blood graffiti.
They open it and she's like crucified.
And I liked kind of the use it moment. I was like, oh yeah, because Blade doesn't give a shit, so he's just gonna teach little Whistler.
Yeah.
That doesn't go anywhere.
Nope, because fuck you. But holy shit, that was the dullest suit-up thing I've ever fucking seen. It's just close-ups of people zipping up and putting shit on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only two people. So you're only cutting back between two people, so it gets really boring. If you had like 4 or 5 people, that's fine. And you make them quick. You make them like 30 seconds at most.
Mm-hmm.
This one was like, I'll have to look back, but it felt like
2 minutes.
2-3 hours.
Blade. Ready to die.
I was born ready, motherfucker. Motherfucker. I like that.
Jessica Biel's taking all the henchmen. Blade's final fight is against Dracula.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of going back and forth with that. What does Ryan Reynolds do? He runs away from some vampire dogs, and in a last-ditch effort, he jumps out of the way as they're running full speed, and they just smash out of a window. And the fucking Pomeranian, I think it's just... I laughed way too hard for a Pomeranian flying out of a window. But it's the fact that, like, the Rottweilers just dive out, and the Pomeranian sees this, and is just skidding on its ass, just just flies out, and you just hear a woman like go, like scream, and Ryan Reynolds is just like, got him, flips off the camera, instantly eats shit, hits his head on a pole, and just like ends up back in the cell. Fucking Drake's excuse for literally everything, where it's like, well, how come you can be in the day? Well, I was the first vampire. I'm unique. How can you be out during the day? Like, all they say is, like, he's unique. But he's still a vampire. He's not a hybrid. He's the first vampire.
Yeah.
What makes him unique? Why is he different? He has a devil form.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Because he's the first vampire. Like, that's their whole reasoning. Just like, oh, he's just the first one.
Maybe it's just a shitty writing. I don't know.
It is. Like, that has a lot to do with it.
I try not to blame it all on the writing.
Well, it's a good start. It's just David Goyer's not a director. His action's super bland.
Yeah.
His storytelling's not very well paced. And there's and the effects are just not there. They're better than the other two, but there are moments where it just looks fake as shit. The wire work especially still is kind of jumpy. No pun intended.
If Dracula is this first awesome vampire,
right?
He's immune to everything. He's the strongest, as fastest. Why didn't he just kill Blade? Dracula was supposed to be the threat.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was,
and Blade basically did it by himself.
Yeah, there was no threat like at all. I didn't feel any type of tension. I was like, well, Blade's gonna just kick his ass and get out of this.
I like how they beat him. Jessica Biel shoots the chemical arrow. He catches it, and Blade's like, "Gotcha," and like. Well, he breaks the arrow, he goes back to Blade, and then she just shoots him again. Mm-hmm. Like, she's still there. Why did you turn around? And then Blade's like, hi, you got hit with an arrow. Here's the liquid arrow thing. Mm-hmm. Now you're dead.
Did you like the plot twist? The ending?
No. It was fucking stupid, because it doesn't make sense. Do you want to say it, or do you want to hear me say it?
So, Dracula's dying, and he's like, hey, guess what? They didn't need to awaken me after all, because you're really the perfect vampire. Haha, you beat me. So, because you were so honorable, I'm going to leave you with a parting gift. And so then the camera, like, pans out, and we're like, oh no, the FBI catches Dracula's dead body and Blade. And so, yeah, it's revealed that Dracula's, like...
Parting gift
is to let Blade get away from the cops.
Like, he disguised himself as Blade all the way to the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
Then they try to dissect him, and right before the blade touches...
And they're like,
like, right before they cut open what they think is Blade, he turns back into Dracula, and they're like, oh, who the fuck's this guy?
Yeah.
And that's how the movie ends.
I mean, whatever.
Who cares? Why is he able to shapeshift when he's dead? And if he's not dead, why did he let the cops take him?
Yeah.
He clearly died because the fucking chemicals killed him.
Mm-hmm.
So, And okay, if you want to do like maybe he can transform and he stays like that, sure. Then why did he revert back?
My thing is...
At perfect cinematic timing.
My thing is, like, what was the point of the parting gifts? And, like, screw, he fought with honor. Like, you just wanted to kill this guy, like, 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, and like, he fought with honor. That's why your friend shot an arrow in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Like, is that fighting with honor? What is honor?
Overall, what do you think?
Blade 2 is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. It's dumb fun. Blade is exciting action and 90s as fuck, but enjoyable. This movie is just boring. It's boring. The action is slow. No one is fun. Like, there's no characters to like in this movie. Because even Ryan Reynolds, like, you may like him in Deadpool. You're not gonna like him here because it just gets too annoying.
I mean, to me, it's just wasted potential. Most, like, third movies are wasted potential.
Yeah.
Except for Toy Story 3. That was great.
Mm-hmm. And War for the Planet of the Apes?
Yes. I didn't give two balls heads about the side characters, Night Stalker.
Whatever the fuck.
Didn't care about the girl getting kidnapped.
Nope.
I didn't care about Ryan Reynolds getting kidnapped.
Nope.
Didn't care about his ex-love life with the NCIS girl.
Nope.
And honestly, I just didn't care about Blade.
No, he's
an asshole.
He's an asshole who, like, it's nothing like his original character.
Like, in Blade 1 and 2, like, he's just the loner asshole. But, like, no, he's actually an asshole. Yeah, it sucks.
It's awful.
Yeah.
2 thumbs down. So, speaking of Ryan Reynolds, we actually have a good movie up next. And we'll let you figure out that next time.
Bah!